Hey there, welcome to day 17 of our No Nonsense November. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, sharing a piece of 6 decades worth of life experience, lessons learned every day in the month of November. And today I want to talk about something that I call a personal motto. You've probably heard of, and there's been a lot of talk, at least online, about personal branding and the brand of you and being yourself. And I am all about being yourself, having your own brand, knowing what you stand for. And that's what this topic is all about. I think that this is the preliminary work that we have to do, each and every one of us, before we can come up with our personal brand, our code of conduct. What do we stand for? What's our line in the sand? What are we for? What are we against? What do we believe in? What do we want to believe in? What are we here for? All of those questions have to be answered before we can come up with our own personal brand or personal motto or personal mantra. The question for you today is, have you done any of that? Do you have a personal mantra, a personal code of conduct, a personal brand, a personal mantra that you live by? Now, I didn't used to have one. I guess I had one, but it wasn't a very good one. Mine originally, before my sudden cardiac arrest, was WTF. And if you don't know what WTF means, ask me in the comments below, and we'll have a chat about it. But I think most people know what WTF means at this point. Although I am the woman that had to Google AF to know what that meant, because people were using it and I had no idea what it meant. But probably 10 years ago, more, but 10 years seriously, I started to think about and ask myself these questions and understand and really get clear on what was important to me. What did I stand for? Not in just one or two areas of my life, but in all the areas and aspects of my life: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, contribution. And then in 2021, this April, I added 2 areas to my life: communication and confidence, that I am working on, and I've got a code for those things, to just formalize goals and objectives in those areas. Why? Because they're foundational to everything else that we want in our life. Or I think they're foundational skills to everything I want to create and have happen in my life. So personal motto, personal mantra, it can be, and we all have, it's like having a primary question. We all have one. We just might not be consciously aware of it, but subconsciously it's running everything in our life. And my subconscious question, and that then became my motto, my mantra, my filter by which everything was analyzed by my brain and my subconscious, was WTF. Not a particularly empowering mantra or motto. So I decided, following that sudden cardiac arrest, to come up with my own. And I didn't just come up with it lightly. I spent probably a year or so ferreting it out and coming up and really trying it on and seeing if it was mine. And mine is now: be loving, love being, be you. And that means a whole lot to me. In those 6 words, there's a whole lot of meaning behind those 6 words. But that is now my current, and for the foreseeable future, personal motto, personal mantra. Now, is that the same as my business ones? No, each business, each organization, each entity has its own reason for being, purpose, problems they solve, mantra, code of conduct, rules, values, mores, beliefs, just like each of us do as individuals. But if I understand and know what mine is, I make sure that I'm in congruent with the things that I pick and choose and decide to do or not to do as I go about my life. So my question for you today is, do you have a personal motto, mantra, whatever you want to call it? What do they call it in advertising? Slogan. Do you have your own slogan? Do you have your own personal slogan that describes you, your life, and what you want to experience and create in your life? Yes or no? And if not, I challenge you to start working on one or thinking about one today and uncovering what your subconscious one is. And if you don't know, just ask a couple people that you interact with on a regular basis. I guarantee they will be able to tell you what your default frame of reference is for analyzing, asking questions about your life, and dealing with everything, every type of situation that you deal with, especially emotionally fraught experiences, traumas, changes, dramatic things. Those are ones everybody around us knows what ours is, even if we're not consciously aware of it. And I will admit, I was not in 2010 consciously aware that WTF was my filter and frame of reference for everything. And it wasn't until I became aware of it that I was able to consciously say, no, that's not very empowering. Let's figure out what would be better. And I got a better personal question, and that led me to the work on coming up with my own motto, my own, what do I really believe in? What do I really stand for? What do I really want to be? My catchphrase, my phrase to remind myself over and over and over again, and especially in difficult situations, of how I want to be, how I want to show up, and what an impact I want to have on the world. So if you're brave, share in the comments below your personal motto, your personal mantra, what you live by. Guess what? It's not a secret. If you really live by it, people know it, right? That's why I surround myself with cute little fuzzy stuffed animals, right? Be loving, love being, be you. Things that make me feel good are very important to me. All right, that's it today. Any questions about this? Ask. It's a big, broad subject, and you could spend, like I said, I spent a couple of years, a year for sure, solidly on and off working on coming up with this and analyzing it and figuring it out and getting to know myself better. All right, have a great day. I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow for day 18 of our No Nonsense November. Have an awesome day.